It was supposed to be a fun and adventurous road trip through the desert, but it quickly turned into a nightmare. The group of friends had planned the trip for months, eager to explore the vast expanse of the American Southwest. They loaded up their car with camping gear, food, and plenty of water, ready for the journey ahead. The first couple of days were filled with excitement and wonder. The group visited national parks, hiked through stunning canyons, and even saw some wild animals in their natural habitat. But as they ventured further into the desert, things started to take a turn for the worse. One night, they set up camp near an abandoned mining town. It was eerily quiet, with not a soul in sight. As they were sitting around the fire, they heard strange noises coming from the surrounding hills. They sounded like whispers carried on the wind, but they couldn't make out what was being said. They brushed it off as their imagination playing tricks on them and settled down to sleep. But as the night wore on, they were awakened by the sound of footsteps approaching their campsite. They peered out into the darkness, but could see nothing but shadows moving in the moonlight. Suddenly, a figure emerged from the darkness. It was a woman dressed in rags, with stringy hair and sunken eyes. She stumbled towards them, mumbling incoherently. The group tried to communicate with her, but she seemed lost in her own world. As they were trying to figure out what to do, they heard more footsteps approaching. This time it was a group of men. Armed with knives and guns, they surrounded the campsite, trapping the group inside. One of the men stepped forward and demanded that they hand over all of their supplies. When the group refused, he became violent, threatening them with his weapon. They quickly realized that they were in grave danger and had no choice but to comply with their demands. For the rest of the night, they huddled together in fear as the group of strangers ransacked their campsite. They took everything they could carry, including their car keys, leaving the group stranded in the middle of nowhere. As dawn broke, the group set out on foot, hoping to find help, but the hot desert soon beat down on them relentlessly, and their water supply was quickly running out. They trudged through the barren landscape for hours until they stumbled upon a small town. But the town was deserted, with empty buildings and abandoned cars littering the streets. It looked like it had been abandoned for years. As they explored further, they realized that something sinister was at play.